Hey guys, Keanu Levy here, CEO and founder of dentalchiromarketing.com and chairman of Alaska Sales Increase. We're a digital marketing agency that helps dentists and chiropractors succeed in the digital age. And in this video, I'll be breaking down some of the key online marketing aspects behind one of the most successful dentists in all of the United States. This is Dr. Bill Dorfman that we have on the screen in front of me, and he is quite the anomaly in the dental industry. So first off, I want to show you something that instantaneously stands out on his Google business listing. So here he is, Dr. Bill Dorfman, DDS, and you'll notice he has 1,273 Google reviews. And if we go ahead and click on these reviews, he has an average 5.0 star rating. Obviously, he is doing something really, really well. In the marketing world, I have always been a huge proponent of looking at what's working out in the marketplace, taking the best and leaving the rest. The way to succeed in business at a fast pace, right? We don't want to grow our business in a slow rate, right? We don't want to have increases in annual revenue by 1% every single year. We want to see massive spikes that can be sustained. So one of the ways that you can cut your learning curve and really increase your revenue exponentially is by looking at the anomalies in the marketplace. That's why we're observing Dr. Bill Dorfman today. So he has 5-star ratings and he's doing rather well for himself. He has a ton of videos online connected to his YouTube channel where he was on TV, he hosted the doctor's show, he has tons of before and after videos showcasing his expertise, XYZ. And right now you may be watching this and you might be thinking to yourself, well, man, how do I get myself to that position? How do I grow my personal brand and my dental clinic to that height of success? And let me tell you, you win the war by winning the battles each and every day. This man is not any different than any of you who are watching this video. He's not different than me. He took a series of successful actions day in and day out to get to where he is at. And in this video, once we look at his website and we look at more of his background story, we're going to break down some things that you can start doing to plant the seeds that will eventually lead to similar success for yourself. So first off, let's just start off with his website. I think it's really important to understand the top level of his marketing funnel and how he's converting people into lifetime value patients for his business. This is Dr. Bill Dorfman, ds.com. And right off the bat, I want to emphasize something here. See, most dental offices, okay, they position themselves in a very different way in comparison to Dr. Bill Dorfman. So Dr. Bill Dorfman, he has a lot of things going for him. First off, he's been on a ton of television shows. So what he's doing on this website is he's positioning himself as the product. He is the product. Working with Dr. Bill Dorfman is the experience you get when you go to his dental clinic because he is an A player. It'd be the same thing as if you were going out to meet LeBron James, except we're not being LeBron James. This is the LeBron James of dentistry. So he's leveraging his authority across these different advertising channels. Really, we can call these TV shows advertising channels. And he's mentioning them. He's dropping these huge brand names right on his website. So when a person lands on this site, okay, they instantaneously know this guy's the real deal. He would have not been on these shows unless he had something exceptional about him. Then we look down. 16 Lifetime Achievement Awards. New York Times best-selling author. Fellow in the American Academy of Cosmetic Dentistry. So he's kind of dropping that in there, right? He focuses on cosmetic dentistry. And then inventor of Zoom whitening. Founder of Leap Foundation. Humanitarian and philanthropist. Now, right now, a lot of you who are watching this, if you're the average dentist, this may actually make you think, wow, this guy's a million miles ahead of me. There's no way I can catch up. And the fact of the matter is, no, you're totally incorrect. Maybe you're not going to become the inventor of Zoom widening or the next procedure, but you can still use the principles, the underlying foundational strategies that he's implementing on this webpage. So like I said, most dental websites, they sell the clinic and the services. Here, he's selling himself. He is the brand of the company. He is the product. Because what happens in the consumer mind when they land on this website from an ad, from a Facebook ad, a Google ad, whatever, SEO, organically within Google, he has 1,000 plus 5-star Google reviews. His local SEO must be insane. We're going to go ahead and actually take a look at the back end numbers of his website using some spy tools here soon in the video. But you'll notice when a person lands on this site, they're viewing him as the product. He is the asset and the experience to the company. And what happens in the consumer mind is they read all this information. They see these logos, okay, featured dentist on. They see all of this stuff going on, and they think to themselves, wow, this is a man who is a master at his craft. No one gets this awarded. No one achieves this amount of success without really knowing what they're doing. And at that point, the trust gap between the business, Dr. Bill Dorfman, DDS, and the potential consumer, the person on their website, the trust gap has been bridged. So they already trust that this guy knows what he's talking about. At that point, the sale, the appointment being set, the transaction between the consumer and the business, it's going to be 50% taken care of because he already has this reputation established for himself. And then there's a direct call to action, book an appointment. Right there, very visible, very obvious. So he has this white book an appointment, and I want to take a moment and mention this as well. This is called conversion rate optimization. You have to have a visual hierarchy to your page. A lot of dental websites, they're all over the place. They're absolutely god-awful. Let's go ahead and actually look at a couple of bad website examples really quick and just point out some things that are different between Dr. Bill Dorfman and some other bad websites. So let's look at, let's see. Oh, can you guys see the, let's hope it transfers here. Okay, now we're going to transfer over to Google, and let's look up dentist Los Angeles. All right, so we're just going to find a random dentist in Los Angeles, okay? And we're going to go ahead and click on Zee Dental Group, okay? So they don't have a lot of good ratings. They only have 13 ratings. They have a 3.5-star rating in total. And, you know, I hate to do this on video, but we're going to bust their chops a little bit. So we're going to go to their website and look at what's not working, right? They don't have a lot of Google reviews. They're not doing things correctly the way that Dr. Bill Dorfman is. So one of the best things that you can do also in marketing is looking at what's really just not working at the moment. So we know for a fact this person is nowhere near the stature or the success level of Dr. Bill Dorfman. So let's just observe some things that are wrong with his site. First and foremost, it looks outdated. It looks like it's an old newsletter that was maybe like a printed out brochure. It looks like someone took a brochure, printed it out, okay, and then they tried to upload it to a computer and turn it into a website. It just looks really, really bad. It's not visually appealing right off the bat. You'll also notice there's no visual hierarchy to this page. You have the logo, you have the website, you have the number, and then all of this text, it's scrunched down into a very tight space. And then there's kind of like this ugly red and green form on the left-hand side of things. But if we go back to his website, Dr. Bill Dorfman, you'll notice the site takes up the entirety of the space. It's responsive. And I'm willing to bet that his site's also mobile responsive. So let's just go ahead and do this for a second. And let's bring things in. Here we go. So his site is responsive even on a mobile device. If a person's looking at this website on their phone, it's going to look excellent regardless. And that's something that's really important to keep in mind. Your website experience has to be exceptional both on mobile and on desktop nowadays. Over 50% of traffic is coming in from smartphones in 2018, and that's projected to hit 65% to 70% by 2019. So if you do not have a mobile responsive site, you're going to have to get onto that very soon. Okay. Let's point out some other things as well. There's a gigantic smile behind all this text, and it's a perfect smile. And then he's smiling. He looks like the perfect professional. He has this awesome-looking black royal tie. He has the Dr. coat on. He looks very aesthetic. This is just a very well put-together God spot of a website. Now, let me break that down. A God spot is the first portion of a home website that your viewers will see. And in these critical moments, you really get 3 to 5 seconds for the person to determine whether or not they're going to stay on the page. Remember, in 2018 and onward, a lot of people are getting traffic from various sources. They're getting traffic from Instagram. They're getting traffic from Google organically. They're getting traffic from Bing organically, whoever uses Bing. They're getting traffic through Google AdWords and all these different places. And if you do not have the first portion of your online real estate put together in an effective manner, the person is going to land on your site. They're either going to resonate or not going to resonate. And if they don't resonate, they're going to bounce off and look somewhere else. So with this clinic, the other clinic, the bad clinic we're using as a case study here, Zee Dental Group, if I landed on this site organically from Google and I saw this, I would think to myself, oh, gross, it's really an ugly website. You know what? Since it's an ugly website, the dentist is probably outdated. I'm willing to bet he doesn't use a CEREC machine day in and day out. I'm also willing to bet that because his website is so outdated, he probably doesn't have that much of an expertise in certain things that I would like to see. Therefore, I'm not going to go see him. That's what's happening in your consumer's mind. Remember, it doesn't matter what you think about your website. It doesn't matter what you think about your marketing. As professionals, we tend to be very egotistical in our own marketing materials. We're so proud of our websites. We're so proud of our Facebook ads and our Google ads and copywriting and all these things. But the only thing that matters is whether or not your consumers buy into your marketing materials. Do your consumers resonate, and do they convert into patients? People who are going to pay you, people who are going to support your business, and people who are going to become advocates of your dental clinic. So this guy, right? I don't know what his name is. Let's look for his name. I can't find him. Let's see, Zee Dental Group. All right, we'll just keep going with it. So Zee Dental Group, whatever dentists are in charge of this company, it looks like there are multiple dentists involved. Zee Dental Group, they probably think this is a great site. They probably think that it gets the job done. Sure, it gets some transactions for them, but it is not positioning their brand and their services as being premium level. And when you have a crappy brand, when you have a crappy website like this, excuse my language, people are going to view you as a Groupon service provider. And that is a quick race to the bottom. This is how businesses erode over time. They have one aspect of the business that's kind of and then they have another aspect of the business that's kind of and over time, those things compound upon each other. And at the end of the year, they ask themselves, why did we lose 30% of our annual revenue? Let's go back to Dr. Bill Dorfman. I think I've already roasted this website a little bit too much, and I don't want to be too biased. So let's just exit out of this website and then go back to Dr. Bill Dorfman. All right, so like I said, the God Spot, it's well put together. He's leveraging a lot of the authority symbols. He has all these benefit-driven looking statements talking about himself, positioning himself as the product, as the experience of the clinic. And then he also has the call to action, the main call to action, book an appointment, show up twice, once in the format of this text right here, and then also up here in a very vibrant blue, really stands out. It's very hard to miss. It's obvious. You know what the next steps are to take in order to convert into a new patient. A lot of businesses don't have this set up on their site. They kind of make it hard for the person to convert into an actual patient. So make sure that your call to action, book an appointment or call us, is visible and obvious according to color scheme and visual hierarchy. Now let's scroll down. Okay, so right away, he's leveraging more authority. He's building more trust. He's really in the trust building business right here between this section and this section. He's overly compensating for this portion of his marketing, and it's working for him. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. He's just going out of his way to show it down your throat. Hey, I know what I'm doing. I work with people who are extremely important. I'm important. You can trust me. I am proud of my craft. And at this point, if I've worked with everyone, like all these celebrities, you obviously know I know what I'm talking about, and I do a great job. So if you come into my business, if you book an appointment, you are not going to be dissatisfied. That's the subliminal message being sent through all of these these trust icons and these celebrities. So let's apply it to you, right? You're probably the average Joe dentist right now. Maybe you're fresh out of dental school. Maybe you've had a dental clinic for X number of years, 5, 6, 7, 10 years. What can you do to implement some of these strategies? Well, maybe you're not going to get an actual celebrity in through your doors, but what you can get is you can get some local celebrities through your dental clinic doors. If you get a news reporter to come in, for example, why don't you have them sign out a media release form, print it out from rocketlawyer.com or some other website, and then ask if you can display their photo on your site. So everyone has their own local celebrities. There's the beauty pageant winners, people who are really big into beauty pageants in your local area. Those people are going to be famous in your local area, right? Then you're going to have your news reporters, and then maybe you have a couple of entrepreneurs in the local area who are really established and interconnected in the community. And all of a sudden, if you start looking at the head leaders of these various groups and you get them to come into your clinic and get them to give you a testimonial, don't use bribery. Do not use bribery. I want to make this very clear. You cannot do that. That will go against the anti-kickback statute. But once you have attracted them into your business, maybe you go to some BNI groups, maybe you go to the Chamber of Commerce, you give some kind of free demo, etc. You build your connections, you bring these people in, get them to sign a media release form, and then take a photo of them or take their professional headshot, put it on your website, turn it into an interactive slideshow like this. And you don't really need as many as this guy needs. All you really need is like 5 to 6 heavy hitting celebrities in your local area to pull this off. Go for the news reporters, go for the entrepreneurs who are big time in your area, and then go for maybe some people in some other circles like the local acting groups or, the beauty pageants, etc. All right, now below here, we have a ton of reviews that he has gotten for his business. Over 1,200 5-star Google reviews, like we previously showed you on his business listing, and then over 104 Yelp reviews. I want to take a moment to actually explain the benefit of having this many Google reviews. All right, a lot of you are using some kind of system known as like birdeye.com or demandforce.com or all of these like weird review reputation management systems. I want to make something very clear to you, okay? Having a public Google review will always be more superior to DemandForce reviews, to birdeye.com reviews, all these other weird third-party providers. Because when you have a 5-star review on Google that's linked to your business listing, other people are going to see that when they're searching up for dental services in your local area. They're going to see your business listing. They're going to see a ton of social proof. All right. And then they're going to realize, hey, this person is reputable. They know what they're talking about. I'm going to go ahead, click on their website, and then give them a chance. So getting that public reputation out there where you have a ton of 5-star reviews on your public business listings, not some weird third-party private provider where people have to actively be searching for those reviews. You want to make your reviews publicly known and easy to access and leverage them where all the attention is at. So all the attention right now in 2018, where is it at? It's either on Google, one behemoth of a company, right? Everyone uses Google. Everyone trusts Google. It's the most trusted referral site on the internet, okay? So you have Google, and then you have Facebook. So I'd recommend getting 5-star reviews on your Google business listing and then getting 5-star reviews on your Facebook page and really just load those out. And the way you go about requesting Google reviews is very simple, all right? Train your front desk staff, train your hygienist, or heck, start doing it yourself if you don't have that many people around you. Ask your patients at the end of their appointment, hey, you are a great patient. I enjoyed working with you. I'm so glad you liked the results. You had a conversation previous to this, so you know they're smiling, they're laughing, they love the results. The greatest thing that you can do to help us out is leave us a 5-star Google review and refer a friend. Can I send you a Google review request right now? And then they'll say, sure, perfect. And then send them the email with the link to the 5-star Google review request, and they'll fill it out right there in front of you. And then once they fill out the 5-star review, Boom, it's done. It's on your business listing to stay there forever. And the reason why I suggest vetting out the people who are happy and not happy is, well, if you send a Google review kind of blind, not judging the person's satisfaction, you may end up getting a 1-star review. Hopefully you're not getting a lot of 1-star reviews organically. Hopefully you have a service, a product that stands for itself. If you're not getting high reviews already, then it means you need to improve your internal fulfillment systems. Maybe one of your hygienists is a rotten apple. They have a bad attitude. Maybe you are the problem of the business, right? A lot of businesses, people don't realize the fish rots from the head down. If you, as a person, you don't have your stuff together, I would take an internal audit, start working on those things, etc. But that's not my place to judge. You're going to have to make that judgment call. But that's how I'd go about getting 5-star reviews. So he has these 2 icons, again, building a whole bunch of trust. So by the time you scroll down, literally, less than 1/3 of his website page, like I said, undisputable authority in his industry, he is trustworthy. The person is 50% sold. Okay, and then you see another form of authority. Enjoy first-class dentistry at our cutting-edge practice. And you see his New York Times bestseller book. Now, some of you at this point who are watching this video, probably 30 minutes in, you're wondering, man, can I implement some of these strategies? I don't know. I'm kind of nervous. There's so much that he's done that I haven't achieved yet. Well, here's the thing, guys. Okay, well, here's the thing. Like I said, this man took daily, consistent actions to get to where he's at. So what is the next step that you can take in order to position yourself up like this 5 years from now? Okay? Start meeting your local celebrities. Start getting people into your business, sending out the Google reviews. And then maybe, okay, instead of writing a New York Times bestseller, right? Not all of us are great writers. Not all of us want to write a book. How about you start blogging on your own personal site separate from the dental clinic, talking about the dental experience and becoming an authority in your industry or maybe in a specific niche. There are so many things that you can do to position yourself as an authority. It doesn't have to be a New York Times bestseller. All right, for many of us, that's out of our reach. But what is the next best thing? What can you do to implement these strategies in a similar fashion? All right, and then going back to conversion rate optimization, he has get a free copy. That's a great way for a person to enter his marketing funnel. He probably already has Infusionsoft and all these email marketing providers integrated into his website. And then meet Dr. Bill Dorfman, another call to action. These buttons all throughout his site, they're very obvious, very clear. The person knows what to do while they're on the site. Again, I'm going to say this one more time. There are so many websites out there that look chaotic and hectic, like that one Zee Dental Group we were speaking about previously. With those websites, it's confusing. It's visually difficult for a person to understand what's the next desired action. So make sure you have your site expanded out and it's very clear what the next steps are to take as you're scrolling through the site. Then you have the services listed. So we create your dream smile with innovative and conservative cosmetic dentistry. So innovative, once again, he's implying that they're up to date in the industry. Conservative, meaning they're not going to try to oversell you on something you really don't need. Those are the two implications there. People will love that vernacular included in his copywriting. Then we scroll down and then you start seeing all the services that they provide. And I love this. He's using great imagery that engages the user. These people are all looking at us in the eyes. This is something that is very basic to human psychology. So they did a test at Stanford and Harvard and all these Ivy League schools. If you take a baby, sit them down, right, and then you show them a board, okay, they track the eyes of the baby, show them a board with a ton of different photos, and you have various photos on the board where a person is looking at the baby in the eyes. The baby always found the photos of the people who are looking at them in the eyes. So at a primal subconscious level, we are programmed from our birth to intuitively Find other people's eyes. When you use this element on your website, you're instilling more effective persuasion into your site, getting the person to further commit to staying on the website and learning more. So I'd suggest implementing that strategy as well. Use engaging photos like Dr. Bill Dorfman has done, and this doesn't have to be worth tens of thousands of dollars. This doesn't have to cost you, $15,000, $25,000. Maybe he spent that much money on his website. I have no idea, but it doesn't have to cost you that much because the barrier to entry to technology it's lowering every single year as more advanced WordPress plugins are being put out there. So use those photos and then list your services similar to this. Now, I also want to take a moment and talk about the way he's listed his services. So he has dental implants, cosmetic dentistry, sedation dentistry, etc. And he doesn't just leave it there, right? You can click on this to read more. This is known as inter-site linking. This is highly search engine optimization friendly. When you have your services listed out in this manner, where there's an icon and it's about like the preview of the actual services page, and then you can click on it, okay, and then be taken to a dedicated landing page, much like this. What Google is doing is Google's going to look through your site, its spiders are going to crawl through all the information, and it's going to see that you have this hierarchical structure to all the services and value you provide. And when you have this funnel set up in such a way like this, Google is going to reward you. They're going to say, hey, this person, they have more content. It's more value driven. People who are on this site, they're spending a lot more time. They're investing more energy into staying on the site. They've taken multiple clicks in, and now they're spending the time to read all this information. Therefore, this site probably provides a better experience than other sites that are in the similar industry. All right, Dr. Bill Dorfman, as Google, we're going to reward you and let you rank higher in your local area. Now, there are plenty of technicalities to SEO. Don't take just that and try to rank your website for #1 for a search term, but this is an important aspect of that. It's called on-page SEO. There are more concepts and more things like that, but we'll get into SEO on another date. So he has dental implants right here, the headline, and then he's overcoming objections right away. All right. So the person who's looking at dental implants, they're either in a couple of stages of the consumer journey. They already know they need dental implants. That's the top of the pyramid. Really, only 3% of your local population will be in buying mode, actively searching out your services at any point in time. And then you have the stage below that. They're aware of the service and they may or may not need your service. So they're kind of fickle, but they're on the fence. And then below that, you have just awareness, but they are not cognizant that they need your services. So awareness, cognizant, they need your services. Awareness, not cognizant, they need your services. And then below that would be awareness or non-awareness, and then definitely not needing your services. So you at least want to have the opportunity of going after the top 3 tiers on your site and being able to implement the strategies that Dr. Bill Dorfman has implemented here. He's educating the consumer on what dental implants are, talking about the benefits of using dental implants. Yep, he's using benefit-driven language here. Dental implants allow patients to regain fully functional and natural appearing smiles. Tooth loss is caused by tooth decay, gum disease, or trauma. Dental implants are an alternative to ordinary dental bridges or dentures to fill in the gaps caused by missing teeth. Dental implants are innovative. So you'll notice also there's a lot of keyword stuffing in here. Dental implants, this phrase, is showing up quite a bit. So right there, out of all the highlights, it's 5 times so far, 6 times so far, 7 times so far. Google is going to look at this web page and they're going to say, hey, dental implants shows up a lot. So my AI software, as Google, we're going to say, hey, this website should rank higher for dental implants specifically, this section of the website. And then down here, you guys can spend more time looking at his site, observing some of the strategies he's implementing. I would urge you to do this on your own. Don't just watch my video, but definitely listen to the analysis and everything that I'm talking about. Once you scroll down to this page, this section of his website, you're going to see that he has some videos. Now, right now, they're kind of being a little wacky. I don't know if it's my browser because I'm video screen recording right now, but Yeah, I think this portion of his site might be a little broken. That's okay. What you can do is you can go ahead and visit his site wherever you are. Maybe you're in Kentucky, maybe you're in Oklahoma, Washington, wherever you are. Visit his site. I'm in Anchorage, Alaska right now, and watch these videos. Remember, this guy has 1,000 plus 5-star reviews. He knows what he's talking about. Take the best. Don't reinvent the wheel. Don't try to be your version of creative. Take the best, all right? Leave the rest. Then spin in your own personality, spin in your own take on things. But only after you've had the foundational success of other people who are thought leaders and business leaders in your industry. So take what's working for him, then add your creative. Now, below all these videos, actually, one of the things I'd critique about his site. So he's talking about all the different versions of implants. I really do like that. But down here, I would love to see a patient testimonial video. At the end of the day, your consumers will sell other consumers far more effectively than you can sell your consumers. Even if you have all these authority symbols going for you, when the word of mouth is being displayed visually in a documented format such as video, it's just a lot more effective. And then he has this call to action right there in the center of the page. It's very difficult to miss. Set up your consultation today. And for fun, why don't we click on this button and see what happens? So I clicked on it. Okay, perfect. So he's showing you the location. He's showing you the address. He's showing you the phone number right there. So if I want to convert, right then and there, I can call. And then the phone number is showing up right here and up at the top of the page as a header. Okay, and then you have the name, the email address, the phone number, reasons for contacting, send message. I guarantee you, based off of the Google reviews that this guy has, his front desk staff is answering these message inquiries at least within the first 30 minutes of getting them. He more than likely has a dedicated team of front desk individuals who have been trained in sales and persuasion. And I want to take a moment to kind of like take a tangent here, all right? So for those of you dentists who expect your front desk staff to be superstars, you need to invest in their training. Your front desk is the gatekeeper to your business. They basically hold your wallet in their hands every single day. If they do not answer the phone in an enthusiastic, engaging manner, they don't have some sort of scripts to use. And when I say scripts, it's not a bad thing. Using a script just means you're following a skeleton, a skeletal structure, a system into bringing people into your business in a more effective, predictable manner. That's all a script is, okay? A script doesn't have to sound bad. Your staff should be trained so well that their scripts sound natural, okay? They don't have to say the same thing on a phone call every single time, but there should be some order, some hierarchical structure to the conversations they have around your specific services. Okay, so for dental implants, maybe you have a qualification system over the phone. A person calls, hey, Dr. John, hi, Kathy with Dr. John Family Dentistry. I'm calling to inquire about your dental implants. Okay, great. So I can help you. Let me just pull up some information very quickly. Out of curiosity, John, can I get your phone number just in case our call gets disconnected? It's amazing to me how many people don't go for the contact information when they're on the phone with potential prospects, with potential patients. You need to go for that phone number. You need to go for that email address right away. Ask for the contact info, okay? So you can write that down and you can follow up with them to book them their appointment a week from now if they don't convert right then and there. You need to have some way of reestablishing communication with all of your business opportunities. Go for the phone number, just like that. Okay, John, great. I can definitely help you with dental implants. Give me one moment. I'm pulling up some files. Okay, perfect. And then real quick, just in case our phone gets disconnected, can you give me your phone number? The person's probably going to give you the phone number, all right? Now, if they sound hesitant, then that's totally fine. Okay, that's totally fine, John. So what do you want to know about our dental implant procedures? John asks his question. Well, what's your price range? Another thing, if you're a dentist, do not train your front desk staff to not give out price ranges. All right, we're at a point in time where anyone can go on Google and find a replacement for you like that. You're not some special unicorn, okay? You are in a parity business. So am I. I can be replaced by another agency like that because Google exists. So what you need to do is you need to focus on providing a superior service and product, okay, to build loyalty. But on the front end of your funnel, when they haven't transacted with you yet, all right, you need to be open and upfront with them. If you're overcharging people based off of your local range and you're charging people $3,000 higher than everyone else, but you're not going out of your way to showcase your expertise like Dr. Bill Dorfman is, you're going to fail. No one's going to give you an additional $3,000 for dental implants just because you'd like to make more money and go golfing some more. You need to be priced accordingly to your status and reputation in the public eye. And then as you build your status and reputation, you can charge higher prices. All right, so now that I've gone through that, another script, the person asks for the price range, and then she goes, okay, great. So it really depends on what specifically is wrong with your current jaw structure and your teeth. What kind of implants do you think you need? And then the person goes, oh, well, I think I need XYZ procedure. I went to this dentist, yada, yada. You're getting the person to open up. You just asked a question. So you kind of pivoted, you responded to the price conscious objection, and then you pivoted and then asked for more information. Now the person's going to start giving you information that you can use to get them to book the appointment. Oh, it sounds like I need an all-on-4 procedure, but I don't really know if I need dentures or whatnot. And then you can have your front desk staff say, all right, well, based on what you're telling me, it sounds like you need an all-on-4 procedure or you need dentures. Now, I can give you a price range for our dental implants. Single dental implants in our facility normally go for $14.97 each. That's including the crown, the abutment, and the implant itself. It is separate from bone grafts. The reason why we do that is because bone grafts, the way your jaw is structured and the amount of surgery required, it's a case-by-case basis, but that normally never goes over $200. And then in terms of the dentures, we do have very affordable monthly rates for both options. By the way, we do accept care credit. For dentures, we also offer XYZ price point. You get the gist of where I'm going with this, and then say, let me tell you what, John. I think that we can help you out. It sounds like you didn't have the best experience with your current dentist at XYZ location. How about you come into our office? Our first consultation is entirely for free, and then if you want to conveniently upgrade to a comprehensive exam, x-rays, and cleaning, that will only cost you $199. Do you have insurance? And the person goes, yeah, I actually have Aetna. Perfect. Aetna on average covers XYZ percentage. What plan do you have? Boom, 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 boom. You have the meeting, close. Your bottom line is increasing. But the only way that that's going to happen is if you have your front desk staff trained. Back to the previous point I was talking about. You cannot expect your front desk staff to be moneymakers unless they have been trained in consumer psychology, sales, and persuasion. So invest the money. Go buy some excellent sales training online programs that they can study when they're at home, when they're in the office. Maybe require your front desk staff to come in an hour early, study their sales system, okay, practice role play, pay them for that hour, pay them the $15. You're going to make it back. You're going to make it back with 2, 3, or 4 dental implant cases. It's not even a question in my mind. So pay them to train in-house, give them the access to the online university for sales at home, and then tell them, hey, for X number of cases you get per month, you'll get this bonus or XYZ. Figure out how you're going to set it up within your internal infrastructure within your business. You're going to find your bottom line increasing. And that's something that online marketing has never been able to fix, right? This guy, Dr. Bill Dorfman, he can have the best website on the planet, but if his front desk staff sucks, all right, and they don't close 50% of the calls they get, or at least 30% of the calls they get, then his business will suffer regardless. The main transactional point of sale for a dental clinic and also for a chiropractic clinic, I work with chiropractors as well, would be the phone call. So you have to make sure your front desk staff knows what they're doing. Otherwise, you're going to have tons of cash, tons of opportunity, show up at your front door, and then just pass through your wallet like that. And you're not going to know what happened. Okay, so let's go back to his homepage. All right, guys, I hope I'm not boring you to death. This is a ton of information in this video. So we're at his services page. This is great for SEO, great for a good funnel on the homepage and making Google realize that your site is a better authority in the industry space. Okay, perfect. And he has this really awesome call to action. You deserve $1 billion smile, okay? $1 billion smile. I want to take a moment to mention this. So by the time you've seen this, okay, this phrase, $1 billion smile, you've seen all of this, you've seen this, $1 billion smile, you've seen this, you've seen his television icons and whatnot. Let's just take a moment and ask ourselves something. Do you think Dr. Bill Dorfman costs what the average dentist costs? Probably not. Probably not. Yet, he has 1,000 plus 5-star reviews. So I know for a fact he's charging higher rates than all the other dentists in his area, more than likely. All right? Or he's at least charging 25 to 50% higher than the average dentist, what the average dentist would charge. And on top of this, he has everyone supporting him, showing that they love his service and his products. I'm mentioning this right now because a lot of you dentists who are watching this right now on YouTube or on my channel on LinkedIn, those of you who are watching this right now, you have a scarcity mindset. You think to yourself, I can't charge higher rates. I can't XYZ. You can't do those things because you haven't built up your reputation. You haven't created a system in which you build up your value, okay? What he's done on this page is he has increased the perceived value of his in-house experience, of his services, of his products. He is the $1 billion smile dentist, okay? It's not some Joe Blow guy you're gonna go see. It is the authority in his local area. And people even fly to this person. There are testimonials I've seen on his YouTube page where people talk about flying across state just to see this man. So he has all these things going for him. How did he do it? One opportunity at a time, one opportunity at a time. And then as you build your reputation, your status, you can charge higher rates. But you have to have a causing factor that will get the effect. Cause leads to effect, correct? And the reason why I'm mentioning this, the $1 billion smile and his authority and like all the money he's made and his higher rates, is because many of you are so stuck in a scarcity mode, you don't even realize this is an opportunity that is open and available to all of us. This is something we can all actively go out and search and build for ourselves. You just have to know how to find the success, the case studies already out there, and then copy the successful strategies, implement your own take, your own creative. That's why we're going through this together in depth. Okie dokie. Book an appointment. That's a very clear call to action. Once again, this main call to action has shown up 3 times so far. Book an appointment. Book an appointment. Book an appointment. And then down here, he has some written testimonials. He has the actual photos of the people who had gone in to do the procedure. It looks very aesthetic. See all testimonials. There's another call to action. And then his important business information down here with the working hours, contact us, etc. All of the strategies, all the psychology going on in this, it's really not that complicated. It's very complex going into it blind and trying to build the website, just without having something to study. But now that I've broken everything on his front end page down all the way to the granular level, I hope you feel more confident in building up your online presence as a dentist. Start taking the steps today. Get the Google reviews, get the Yelp reviews, start positioning yourself as an authority, build your connections, get the written testimonials, shoot the video testimonials of your in-house patients. This is another thing I'd like to highlight on his page. If we click on video testimonials, all right, he's going to have, I believe it was 8 to 12 iPhone recorded videos right on his iPhone of people who are very pleased with his services. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 videos. They're all a minute long each. I've watched all of them, and it was shot on a simple iPhone. Nothing too crazy, nothing too difficult. He just asked them a couple of key questions. He probably has a script for that because he's obviously organized. And he said, hey, Mary or John or whatever, can you let me know what your experience is like working with my staff and working with myself? So just go ahead and let it riff. And then he hit the play button, and he got a minute-long testimonial from 10 people. Now he gets to display that on his website. And let's move into another portion of this here. When you have video, when you have a video testimonial, what it allows you to do, it allows you to sell using leverage. Leverage, okay? The very fact that he publicly displays this creates an undisputable amount of trust between the viewer on this page and the business, his business. So when a person who's a little bit skeptical on the phone says, well, yeah, you have all these reviews, but I mean, how do I know they're not faked, right? Some people will actually say some crazy things like this. Then his front desk staff says, I completely understand why you would ask that question. There are plenty of people out there who are trying to, bait and switch individuals. And the fact of the matter is, Dr. Bill Dorfman's reputation, it was not built up upon fake reviews. So if you go ahead and actually look at our testimonials page on our website, are you in front of your computer, Mr. Patient? 6-year-old Mary, who's very skeptical of the internet, will go ahead and look at the testimonials, and then she'll say, oh, wow, these are video testimonials. Okay, I trust you. So that's leverage. That's sales ammunition to book more appointments and bring in more cash flow into the business. This has turned into one long video. I'm going to shoot a second portion of this. I'm going to take a pause, and we're going to dive into the numbers and more of the advertising aspects of his website, like Google AdWords, search engine optimization, and things like that. I hope you guys have enjoyed the value in this video. If you need help with your dental marketing or your chiropractic marketing, you can go ahead and shoot me a message on my phone directly. That's going to be 907-330-9888. And you can also book some time with me on my calendar for a free 30-minute strategy session. Go to www.dentalchiromarketing.com. I'll have the logo pop up below me on this video. You guys have a wonderful day. Make sure to profit and prosper, think abundantly, and be great. All right, bye guys.